In this video, we'll show you how to run a dispersal modeling experiment. Dispersal modeling allows users to predict the spread of invasive species over time. This enables users to understand the full impact a biosecurity threat might have in the future, and how long it might take to spread, to the point of causing significant impacts. To get started, log into the platform, and select Workflows. Then select Dispersal Modeling. Give your project a title and description. You can also add a species name and species type. When you are ready, select Create a new project. To complete the experiment, you will need to run through each of these steps on the left side of the screen. Starting with Study Region. Select your model type. There are three options. A grid model disperses across a region consisting of grid cells. A network model disperses between a set of interconnected nodes, locations, or patches. A spatially implicit model disperses as a simple increasing area of invasion. To find out more, click on the link to our support article in the video description. We'll choose Grid Model, which loads a default study region covering Australia, in 1 km grid cells. You can also add your own study region, from the available options. In this example, we'll add our study region from my datasets. You can zoom in, to view your study region. You can also view it, in the subsection that is created. Running a dispersal model can take time. Once your study region has uploaded, you will need to choose how the resolution is calculated. A two-tier study region uses a coarser resolution for long-distance dispersal. Choosing this option may speed up the experiment. In the next step, you will select which cells in your model are initially populated with the pest. This can be done in two ways. Selecting Initial Layer allows users to define where the invasive species is present. Selecting Random creates a random distribution. More information on this can be found in our support article. In this example, we will choose Initial Layer. Most users will add this input from My Results or My Datasets. We will use demo data we uploaded from curated datasets. You can zoom into the grid, or you can view it, in the subsection that is created. The population step allows users to choose how the population of a pest grows over time. The simplest option is the presence-only model. This ignores population structure and produces a binary output, indicating only the presence and absence of a pest. In an unstructured population model, the rates of survival and fertility are equal among all individuals. A stage-structured model requires users to specify a transition matrix. This indicates how many individuals will be added to the population at each time step, and the probability of surviving to the next time step. Click on our support article for more detail on all these options. The dispersal model step determines when, and how, the pest population might spread in your model. Users can choose between three distributions to capture how far an organism might disperse, at any time step. Kernel dispersal determines the chance of a pest spreading possible distances or directions. Dispersal diffusion is spreading in all possible directions, at a specified rate. Dispersal gravity is based on the specified attraction between locations, which declines with increased distance. We'll use a kernel dispersal. Click on the sub-step that is created, to choose the variables of your dispersal model. We'll add a distance function. This determines how the likelihood of dispersal of your pest declines with distance. Each of these distribution options provides you with different parameters to define the shape of your distance function. We will select Lookup. This allows users to input a table of values, defining the probability of distances. Our lookup table appears in the visualizer. You can also see the table consists of two columns, distance and probability. As distance increases, probability decreases. Next, we'll add a direction function. This specifies the probability of dispersal happening in one direction over another. Beta uses a simple beta distribution. We will select Lookup. This allows users to input a table of values, defining the probability of dispersal direction. The table appears in the visualizer. You can also see the two columns. As direction increases, the probability changes. For more detail, please refer to our support article, which is linked in the video description. The simulator allows users to set the overall parameters for the simulation, including the number of time steps, their unit, and the number of simulations to be run. Setting a high number of time steps and replicates can result in a long-running simulation. Try conservative values initially, until you are happy with your parameters. When you are ready, click Save. Finally, head to Model Output. And then hit Run to complete the experiment. You can view the simulation results at each collated time step. You can also download the results all together, or individually. And you can export the results for use in other workflows. Before you start your own dispersal model, you can practice on a template we have uploaded. Head back to the Dispersal Modeling workflow. In the drop-down menu, select Dispersal Model, Orange Hawkweed. This is an example we have preloaded for an invasive weed called orange hawkweed. Click Create New Project. The layers are pre-completed, so you can see how we arrived at the model output. For more information, click on the link to our support article in the video description.